It's not
Oh,
today.
so you have to share your
When
story.
I'm ready. No,
And I don't mind
it's not
them.
today.
Ready, then.
I have to do it when I'm willing to. But just
Do you have
some of those things the guest said. Do I have what?
2 piercings in your nose, or is it my eye?
I think I'm saying to
Yes,
just got to.
I do.
Oh, okay. So continue. I'm listening. If you don't mind, I'm very observant.
Most of the things the girl said from the Oxfam, her part one, most of the things she said is true. For the fact she went and she felt magic, it might be magic, maybe that's what she call it, how she understand it. I believe all those parts. I believe everything, yes, because it's only one who has been in that space that can only relate. Yeah. Most of my friends know the story I'm about to say, but not today though. Friends.
Wait.
Most of my friends, they know.
Then
Yes.
Destiny share. Hey,
If only, but I wouldn't say if the person is a Yahoo guy, or I wouldn't say, because I do not know him that very much to say. Do you understand? But I can say that period, it was election period in Port Harcourt. I think they are doing House of Rape or something. So it was a really busy period. And it was just June 11th. This is like almost how many years now? This happened 2013, before I got married. Early 2014 January. So it's so pathetic, but people that don't believe our stories, they should better believe it's true. 100% true. So I will just brief my own side of the story. Since Daddy Freeze, you insisted I should say something. I'm not going to say too much in details, but I will just say a little. So it was, I think, school was on strike. That was a heavy strike that lasted almost a year, that period. So I was in my family house in Port Harcourt. So, but the fact that school is not in section. So my elder brother is this very strict person. So he wouldn't want you to go out unless you're going out for a reasonable reason. Maybe you're going to church, going to grocery or stuff like that. Or the wife, we all want to go out together. So, as a young girl growing up, sometimes you feel like they're caging you. You want to explore, like, I want to leave the house. I want the life like in school. Nobody's monitoring you. You go to class, you come back from class, you have a shower, make whatever meal you want to make. And if you feel to study, you study. If you feel not to study, just like you own yourself. Your parents are not there. Sometimes you feel like, oh, you just needed to just feel along. So I called a friend of mine who happens to live with her brother. So, but the brother is sometimes not around. Period. My elder brother works with Ocean then. Then he was in Nigeria. So he went 2 weeks off, 2 weeks out. So that period he was 2 weeks in, like, at work. So I was able to maneuver my sister-in-law because we are very close. I told that this, I'm going to check in school. I have some clearance to do, Though she understood, like, she's a woman, she might know that, oh, Sugar is just saying all this to leave the house, She will cover up, which she did. When my elder brother called, she said, oh, I went to school. She just gave Phyllis excuse based on what I told her. So along the line, when I called my friend, she said, okay, that I can come around. So I said, okay. So, and I came around. She stays in a 2-bedroom apartment somewhere at D-Line then, close to Old GRA in Port Harcourt. So we were all there, both of us. So a friend of mine who happened to be my course, not really my coursemate, but we're in the same school, like she's my friend. So she now called me and said, oh, she wants to come to my house, that her dad won't let her go out. So I started laughing. I said, we're in the same shoe here. Me, like, I want to go out, but I can't. Okay, here now. I'm in my friend's place. So I'll be leaving like a few days from now. She said, it's been long ago. This strike, we don't see each other anymore, because if it's in school, we see virtually every day. And I said, okay, you can come around, because they stays in Room Okuta, so, and it's not too far to connect to D-Line. And that's okay. Let me talk to my friend if he can come so you can sleep one night here. Because she stays in two-room apartments. Her brother stays in one room. So I and her, like, we share her room together. So when I told her, I said, see, can you allow her come? It's been long I saw her. My friend now said, okay, that she will let her come. So that my friend now came. I will not mention their names, but if they are watching, they will know the story very well. So she came. So it was me, the owner of the house, and my friend that came. Then with her elder brother. So we're like virtually, I and the girl were like siblings. Like she's the only daughter of her mom with two brothers, rather. So she used to call me her sister. So we met through BBM when they do pinging, 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 pinging. So that was when we met. So along the line, we're like sisters and all that. So that day, there's this guy that I met one time. I went to buy bole. So bole, roasted plantain and so on and so forth. So I met that guy there. We exchanged number like, just normal friends. So I do not know much about him, if he's a Yahoo guy or not a Yahoo guy, but I just know that he's just okay. So we started talking. So one day he was like, are you free so we can hang out? So I said, okay, but I cannot come alone because I'm very scared. I hate to go anywhere by myself unless I'm very close to you, mostly when it has to do with a guy. So he said, okay, that's fine by him. So I went with those two of my friends. So he said it's at so hotel at the bar side. I said, okay. So on our way getting there, he now called me and said, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm no longer there. My boss called me, blah, blah. So, okay, that's fine. So we can go back to the house. Can you guys come over to the next location? Which I declined. I'm not going. So we went back to the house. So the conversation between both of us continued, normal checkup. How are you doing? How is everybody? So I was supposed to go back to my family house. Like I spent to my friend 3 to 4 days. So I was supposed to go back. The day I was supposed to go back, this is the same guy now called. I told him I'm going back to my family house. I cannot come out anymore. We can be talking on the phone, but I can't see you anymore. So he now said, okay, before you go today, let's see. Let me just see you, And I said, okay. So later he now gave me location where he was. So my friend was not around because I was sleeping. I had my major pain and all that. So I was just sleeping all the way. So when I woke up, my friend was not around. So I texted her, where is she? I want to go to so play before I go. Can we go together? She said she's not around, so we cannot go. I said, okay. So I went by myself, but I went there. When I got there, I tested her, my location. This is where I am. This is who I'm going to stay. So I tested her. I'm always, if I want to go anywhere that I'm not too familiar or I don't know who I'm going with, I like to share my location with someone else. So after that, when I got to where the guy was, I thought it was maybe at the bar side or something. So when I got there, the story will finish tomorrow. Sorry guys, I'm going to summarize it. So when I got there, when I asked about the guy, so a lady was like, she just double crossed me and said, yeah, he's at the back side, third floor, room this. I said, okay. So actually I had nothing in mind. I thought it was just outing, sitting, drinking or something like that. So, but when they said room and all that, I said, okay. I saw more courage and I went inside. I knocked and he opened the door. So I saw one big guy lying on the bed with a laptop, he has a computer. He's just working on the computer or something. So the guy that was talking with, like my friend I went to see, was just sitting on the chair, on the couch in the center room. So as a lady, I just felt like, oh, I'm so pressed. I want to ease myself. And I was seeing my monthly stuff. So I wanted to change my pad. So, but when I went to the bathroom, like I opened the door, I saw another big guy sitting on the toilet seat, smoking. So when I saw that, I was like, Jesus, like my mind flew. I was like, what is going on? But I just like overlook. So the guy said, oh, Sugar, what are you going to drink? Check the fridge. So, and me go to the bathroom, seeing the other guy, like he's smoking, he's like, when I opened the door, the guy I went to see was like, oh, I'm sorry, somebody's in there. Like, he never knew I was going to go to the bathroom. So, and he tried to brainwash me, like, oh, he was just smoking and I was supposed to let you know, but I just escaped my mind. Anyway, how are you doing? He just story upon story and all that. So, at last, he said, what am I going to drink? And I was not being, will I say, reasonable enough or something? I don't know the word to use. So I sat down. He said, check the fridge. Then I checked the fridge. My favorite drink is there and all that. So I just brought it.
Drink.
Anything. So it's opened already. So I was like, where is glasses? He said, call the kitchen. Call the kitchen so they can bring glasses. I was like, no, you should make the call. He said, no, when they hear a female voice, they will bring it immediately. Then I wasn't even thinking about any of these statements, at first. So I was just dancing according to their tone, So I called, and that was the fifth floor, the third floor, either fifth or third floor. So when I called, it didn't take it's not up to 40 seconds. There was no lift. Unless if there was a lift, I don't know. But the area, like the location I passed through, there was no lift. So it was so quick, like so sudden. How did this lady get up here already? So anyway, I never mind. I opened my drink. I was drinking. The friend was in the computer. He was doing introduction. This is my friend, blah, blah. So I was drinking and drinking and drinking. At a time, I took Advil. Is it Advil they call it? With Tananol or paracetamol or something with that other one for pain. So I took both of them because of my pain. But I think after taking the Hennessy, and I react to the drugs I took. So it made I felt somehow like my eye opened, like it made me to remember things that I was not even thinking about. So I dropped my drink to ease myself, went to the bathroom. So when I went to the bathroom and I came out, I continued drinking my drink. So later, the one in the bathroom came out and said, do you want some more drinks? I said, no, I am done. So at that moment, I'm beginning to reason, what is going on? What am I doing in the midst of three guys? I barely know this one. Like, I can't even tell so much about him. What am I doing here? Already, I've tested my friend. I'm in so place. I'm in this place, So if you don't see me from now till 5:30, please raise an alarm. So as time goes on, I discovered that the one in the bathroom came out and they put something in my drink and I didn't know. Then I continued drinking. So at the time when the other one in the bathroom came out and asked me, do you still want more drinks? That was when I begin to become reasonable. What is going on? So I told him that I'm done. So I spilled the water in the bathroom. The sink tap in the bathroom. So I spilled the drink. I went back and I told him that I want to go. He said, why do you want to go? You that wants to come and see me with 3 of your friends the last time. So now I and 2 of my friends wants to see you. I thought it was just a drama or a joke or something. I was like, no, actually I wasn't alone, so I should come. And I told my friends, okay, I'm not comfortable coming by myself, so I'm going to come with my friend, which you accepted. So why are you changing it now? He said, no. Before you know it, he stood up, one of his friends, unlocked the key, then put it, because I was just observing, I was just watching him. So he put it under the closet. So, on top of the closet, sorry. So myself, I was just watching, what am I going to do? So the one on the computer, I had this lower back pain. I was battling with that period. So lower back pain. So I was just sharing the lower back pain with the one in the computer on the bed because he was just being nice to me. So the guy was like, oh, he can massage. He's talented. His late dad was gifted this and that. He can massage me. He was just saying it. He started massaging. Like, trying to, go through my body, like, I should take off my clothes. I said, I'm sorry. I think I don't feel the pain anymore. I'm okay. I feel better now, please. I don't want to continue. He said, the other friend was like, what is even wrong with me? The one in the bathroom now went back to the bathroom. Honestly speaking, I took a taxi. I was with 1,000 naira. I took a taxi because it's not far from my friend's house. It was like, I think it was 300 bucks. So I have 700. I don't have a bag, like a handbag. It's just my pants, the pocket of my pants. I just placed it there. And I was having two phones, my smaller phone and my big phone. So both of them was in my pockets, my gym pocket. So I cannot do what they want me to do. So, but I've already removed my slippers. Like I'm sitting on the bed, without slippers. So at a time, two was in the bathroom. I don't know what they were doing. Probably they were discussing or talking. So that one massaging me. I was like, let me get some more drinks because the fridge is close to the exit door, but the door is locked. So, but I was watching and I saw where he left the key. So I walked down there because I deceived the other one on the bed that I want to get some more drinks from the fridge. So I walked down towards that fridge and I looked up. I saw the key. I can't even remember how I opened the door and how I ran from third floor to downstairs. So me getting downstairs, there is a bar. Guys are hanging out and I don't have slippers with turn toes, like no shoes on my feet. Then I was having the change from the transport, 700. I was having it in my pocket. So the booking man was like, his phone rang. Immediately he saw me. He was like, yeah, Yarinya, Yarinya. Yeah, Yarinya, Yarinya. I know very well Yarinya is like a woman, but I cannot really say what the booking man was saying to the caller. So I was only hearing the booking man's phone. So other guys were drinking, like I said. So I just walked down, like no slippers. I walked down to the security, as it was to the gate, the exit, to leave. So it was a lady. A lady is the gate man on that place. So I sat down with the lady because the gate is closed. I said, babe, please, I want to go. She said, why are you panicking? Why are you panicking? What's wrong? I said, everything is wrong. I just want to leave. She said, calm down. Nothing will happen to you. I've worked here for 30 years. This place is nice. Chill, this, that. I told her, I'm sorry. I want to go. She tried to talk me not to go, like her phone started ringing. But God may have it. Somebody wants to drive out. Probably somebody that came to drink or something wants to leave. So as the person was leaving, she stood up to open the gate for the person to leave. So I just told myself, why are you still sitting down here? This is an opportunity you have to leave. As she's opening this gate, do your best to leave. Honestly, I ran and I left. Then I did not run up to, like, say, 10 meters. I saw a group of guys with ladies surrounding. I was in their middle, that I cannot go, that I'm not going anywhere, that I have to go back to that room now. Otherwise, I was like, otherwise what? Did I steal? I did not steal. So you can search me. I came here with 1,000 naira and I paid transport 300 and I'm left with 700 naira. Search me properly. If you found anything more than 300, do whatever you want to do to me. So they were even ladies. I was talking to the lady. I said, you are a lady like me. I did nothing. Why are you guys holding me ransom? What did I do? Okay, if you want to do anything with me, I have to go to my house or the whole crowd.
Sorry, Destiny dear. Sorry, sorry, viewers. Did this happen live? Is this what, like, was it a dream you narrating?
This is a life story. This is a life. I'm telling you the gospel truth. This is a life story.
It's nice.
That's why when I saw the girl's story, when I saw her story, I was saying it that so many people might not believe her because I read comments. People are saying it's a lie, this, that. It's pure truth. I can tell to read 100%. I wish Loretta is here now to relate, or Angel. These are the people that was there live. If this was Facebook, most of them on Facebook, they will see this live and they will relate to it. They will react. Wow. I'm telling you, this happened to me. Sometimes
that you're narrating. Okay, my bad.
No, sometimes I tell people.
Because me, I don't tire. I don't day up since morning.
In fact, that's my story, that the phrase, that's it.
Daddy Freeze.
So sometimes when I tell people, they say it's not true. It's not true. It's true. It's true.
Daddy Freeze, did you see yesterday you were asking me something? I told you that my dad will always say that he would never spend any money gotten from politicians on our school fees. So it's hearing growing up as a child kind of gave me this kind of perception about those men out there, right? You know, if it's actually money I will collect, but I was really afraid of them, of those personalities, for the fact that this is something that, you know, I don't know how to say it, but then I was. I do not have any story of such experience to share because they were like a nightmare to me, and they were my weak point. I had lots of them. They admired me, no doubt, but I was really afraid of hanging around people or doing such things. I can proudly beat my chest and say that anytime, any day.
Samara, the thing is that sometimes you don't even know what these people have in mind.
No,
if somebody is your friend, somebody can quickly say, "Oh, Samara, are you around? Can we hang out?"
No, it doesn't work like that. My pride, my ego is too much. Sorry, darling. If you're not enough that friends, you don't just call me and pull up and expect me to come out and start hanging out with you. It doesn't work like that with me. I'm sorry. It doesn't.
Okay, guys.
You don't know what they can do with you. You don't have this kind of impression that
people are wicked.
So for that reason, I was always afraid. Do you know why I was smiling at first when you were telling your story? You don't believe that as of 2017, I went to my sister's house in Warri. And I went to the ShopRite. I met this man that came from which country. So I was shopping. One of them even bought me a T-shirt of 11,000. I will never forget. So they wanted to hang out that evening. And it was something I wanted to do because I met them at the ShopRite and it was fun. And then we had conversation. They were visitors. They were foreigners. And I was going to like, okay, let me see how I can just go back and go hang out where they were going to hang out. I went back to my sister's house. I'm confessing on the live. I lied that I had forgotten my iPhone at ShopRite. So I wanted to leave her house. I promised I was going to get back home as early as before 9 p.m. And this was happening around 7:30 to 8. Do you know, I even offered to go with my in-law, one of my in-laws that was in the house. My sister that was my immediate elder sister. She gave me 5 years. She kind of like, oh, leave the phone there. You can always go and take it tomorrow being Sunday. I said, why would I leave my phone at ShopRite in the store? I decided to leave the house to go back. But the main aim of going out was not for me to go get phone because I didn't forget any phone. I just wanted to go and hang out with those people. I was still on my way out. My sister called on the phone and asked my brother-in-law to come back home because her husband wasn't in town. And she wouldn't want a situation whereby anything goes wrong. And he starts blaming, oh, why would you let them go? And I was still on my way out. My big sister called me all the way from overseas. My big brother called me that where did they hear that I'm going to? So these people guided me like I was a stupid child. I'm sorry to use that, like I was a child. You can imagine somebody as of 2017, as old as I was. Was that 2017? No, 2015, I'm sorry. I think that was just the year had been released after my kidnapping incident. So they kind of, that guidance, I didn't like it, but that was how they were with me. Like I was a child, you know.
How old were you then?
When I was kidnapped, I was 24 when I was kidnapped.
So how old were you when?
Huh? Sorry?
This story, how old were you when it happened? Comment people are mad people.
I'm saying that it freeze as old as I was then. I had graduated from the university. Not like I was living in Nigeria full time. I visited my sister. And the fact that I left her house at that time to go hang out, though I lied to her, I didn't let her know I was going to go hang out. Got her calling my siblings to report. I'm the last child. And she gave me 5 years. I'm from a family of 7. I came from a big family. I'm the last child. She gave me 5 years, if not 6. She had to call my big, siblings to report that I was stepping out, as big as I was. So you can imagine such, so... But I come out though. I followed them. I got one joint where they I drink I just the rush. I went back as possible before heaven would lose. And my siblings were all mad that I disobeyed. Oh, you went to your sister's house and we are stepping out. Yes, is that bad? Even I went to my sister's house in UK and I left her house. I went to to London to go hang out with friends. And she reported me on my family chat. And they were all against me. Oh, why would you leave your sister's house to go to UK? I told her I was going to go see a friend. And it was a big deal. So you can imagine such a thing. It's not like, I mean, I didn't have opportunity to do certain things or I couldn't have done them, but they were overprotective for some reasons. Her excuse was, oh, she didn't want anything to happen and my dad would blame her. Oh, why did you let her go out? You know, stuff like that. So they were just being unnecessarily protective. Okay, who is protecting me here now? I'm the one here by myself. They don't even know where. Life is a choice, you see. So that's why I was smiling while you were narrating your story, Sugar. I mean, not like I was. And then I was reading the comment sections. They were really interesting.
Anyway, guys, I've got to run. Thank you so much. It was wonderful hanging out with you. Sugar, me and you will talk. I'll call you during the day. Tamara.
Okay, Daddy Freeze.
Good night.